allowed to play a playlist. So I apologize for that because it does seem a little funner to exercise to music. Hopefully you'll have some of your own. So root into your sit bones, be nice and tall here through your spine. We'll start to do what we call hip circles. So we're going to rotate our upper body forward, leading with that front shoulder. And then on the back, round through your spine. There's no right or wrong way to do this. This is just organic movement, what feels good in your body, just starting to wake up our hips. After you've done that 3-4 times in one direction, then go in the opposite. And finish up the rotation that you're on and come back to your seated. Once again, root into the sit bones, lengthen the spine. Let's bring our arms out by our sides. Palms are up here. Inhale, arms rise overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands through heart center. Interlace those fingers and press the palms forward. Really push right out of the shoulders. You can round through your spine and tuck your chin slightly. So this is like a seated cat pose. Breathe here into the back of your shoulders. On the next inhale, neutralize your spine, palms come high. Tuck the ribs in. So a lot of times our ribs will flail here at this point. So draw the ribs in. And then when you arrive at your next exhale, slowly lower the arms and hands down. Reach energetically through those fingertips. You should start to feel this in the tops of the shoulders, maybe even the back, triceps. Really slow movement, getting some blood here into the arms, waking up muscles. Keep breathing through it if that's challenging. When you come all the way down to the bottom, turn the palms up. We're returning nice and slow, same fashion, reaching energetically through the fingertips. As slowly as you can. Keep on breathing. Maybe now you're feeling this in the biceps, between the shoulder blades. Draw your shoulder blades down as you're coming up overhead. Maybe even a little bit in the armpits. And then when the arms come overhead, press your palms together and bring hands to heart center. Let's take our right hand over to the right side of our mat. Inhale, bring the left arm high. Find length, hip to fingertip, and then your lateral stretch. Keep your left sit bone rooted. Gaze is wherever is good for your neck. Inhale back through neutral. Exhale, left hand to mat. Right arm rises, inhale. Rooting through the sit bone length, hip to fingertip, lateral stretch. Inhale, and then lower the hand on the exhale. You're coming into tabletop, so you can roll over your knees or just bring both knees to the sides. Setting up tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Draw the lower belly in, and your neck is nice and long here, moving through 3 cow cats. So inhale, draw the tailbone up, let your belly soften, heart gaze lifts, coming into your back bend. On the exhale, tailbone reaches down, round through your spine, head is heavy. Move through 2 more, your breath and pace. Fingers are nice and wide. You're plugging into the space, the L shape between index finger and thumb. So just warming up the body here a little bit. After your third one, come back to your neutral spine. Drawing the belly in. On your inhale, you're going to send the right leg long behind you. You're turning your toes down. Your foot is flexed, you're reaching back through the heel. That thigh is active. Stay here or extend the left fingertips forward. If your arm is forward, find length between heel and fingertip. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Left hand to the mat, right ball of foot to the mat, and then press back into the calf stretch. Still or movement. Inhale, draw the shoulders over the wrist. Lift that right leg long again. And then on the exhale, sweep the right leg all the way over to the left. Bring your gaze towards those right toes. Invite the side body to open here. If you want a deeper sensation, contract the oblique muscles on the left side. Keep the leg where it is. Turn your head forward. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to push back, sliding into that diagonal leg. So what we're doing is coming into an outer left hip stretch. You can feel free to walk the hands back a little bit. You should feel this right on the outside of the hip, maybe even like the top of your hamstrings. Breathe into the space. Inhale, engage core, return to your tabletop, let that right knee come down. Reset your alignment, lower belly draws in, left leg comes long, foot flex, toes down, left thigh active. Maybe right fingertips float forward. We find length from fingertip through heel. Hold here, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the leg lifted, hand to the mat, press back onto the ball of the foot, calf stretch. Shift shoulders over wrists, lift that left leg high, sweep the leg all the way over to the right, and then bring your gaze to the right toes. Elongate left side body, maybe contract right obliques. Inhale, head turns forward. On the exhale, slide back diagonally into that right hip. Pausing here, breathing into any stretch that you feel. Then inhale, come back to tabletop, left knee comes to the mat. Reset your alignment, tuck your toes, and then lift your knees up. My knees are just like an inch or two off the mat. So we're engaging our core, pressing up through the back of the shoulders, holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees back down. From here, you're coming into your kneeling plank pose. So shifting your hips forward, more forward than your knees if available to you. I'm going to come down and do 5 push-ups. Now you can take these from full plank. I'm actually taking care of a shoulder, so I'm going to take mine from my knees. Because of my wrist issues, I tend to turn my hands in just slightly. So if you notice that's different from what you do, that's just me taking care of my body. So inhale, on the exhale, lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Tuck toes, inhale, hips lift high, first down dog on the exhale. Pedal feet out, bend opposite knee, extend heel. Head is heavy between the biceps. body is in an inverted V. Spine is nice and long. On your inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, heels lower towards the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bend knees, look forward. Inhale, top of the mat on the exhale. Come into a generously bent forward fold. So let your ribs work their way toward your thighs. Head is heavy. Maybe cross opposite hand to elbow. You can sway it out side to side or find stillness or even just ragdoll the arms. Invite tension to roll off the spine, creating some space here. Maybe shake head yes and no. Flat back, inhale. And forward fold, exhale. I want you to grab your weights on the way up. Engage your core, rolling up through the spine. So throughout the class, I'm going to tell you to bring your weights to neutral position. So this is neutral position, just right here, resting at the front of the shoulders. Okay, so bring your weights to neutral position. Find your mountain pose. Root into the feet. Find length in your spine. Tailbone reaches down towards your mat. So as we come through some of our balance poses, you might find while you're doing the weights that you're somewhat wobbly, and maybe one of us will fall over, most likely me. But I don't want you to worry about that. We're not striving for perfection, we're just striving to move our bodies. Okay, so from here we're going to turn our weights and we're going to press our palms away from us and then bring our hands out into what we often call cactus or football arms. Engage your core. Shift your weight in the left foot. Lift your right knee, flex that right foot. On the inhale, arms come high. On the exhale, hands return to cactus arms and then to the shoulder. Take that right foot, come all the way back, come into warrior one. So foot is at a 45-degree angle. Tricep. Bam, you got it. Neutral spine, engage your core, turn your hands to cactus arms, right knee lifts, arms overhead, neutral, warrior one, and then tricep. Okay, so we're gonna move through 8 more of these. So come back to starting position, now that we know what we're doing. So 8. Warrior one, tricep. 7. Warrior one, tricep. 6. No, you can move at your own breath and pace. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. You got it. Nice job. Come back to your mountain pose. Set yourself up so you're getting ready for chair. For me, that's big toes and knees together. Slight splay between the hips. Take your inhale. And then on the exhale, sit your seat back. Weight start at neutral position. We'll do forward punches straight out from the shoulders, one at a time. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, maybe sink a little lower, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Forward fold on an exhale. Drop your weights by your side. Inhale, flat back. Hands to the mat. Come to plank pose or kneeling plank. Shoulders over wrists. crown of head reaches forward. You're in full plank, your heels reach back, your thighs are active. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming through 5 push-ups, you'll come right back to your down dog, your option. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're coming through your push-ups, taking in back bend or coming right to down dog. 2 belly breaths here. Bend knees, look forward, inhale, top of the mat on the exhale. Flat back and forward fold. Grabbing weights, rolling through the spine, come back to mountain pose. So we're going to try this on the other side, rooting into our feet, length through our spine, core is engaged. We start with our cactus arms, and then the left knee bends, left foot is flexed. Overhead press, inhale, weights to shoulders. On the exhale, foot steps back, warrior 1. Inhale, tricep, back to shoulders. Exhale, return to the top of your mat. So 9 more. Take your time, move your breath and pace. A lot of time people just speed through weightlifting and you're not really getting the best benefit that way. We're at 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last one, 1. Nice job. Come back to mountain pose. Set up for chair. So maybe big toes, knees together, splay in the heels. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, sit back your seat. Exhale. Forward punches again, this time starting with the left hand first. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Forward fold, release your weights, flat back, inhale. Hands to the mat, plank or kneeling plank. Holding here for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 5 push-ups or rest in down dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your choice of coming into a back bend or just coming to down dog with me. Couple of deep belly breaths. On your next inhale, send your right leg high, 3-legged dog. Bring your gaze forward. Come up onto the ball of the left foot. On the exhale, draw the thigh in nice and close. Step your right foot forward. Pause here. Runner's lunge. Square your hips. Draw your right hip back. Allow your left hip flexor to release. Take an inhale. On the exhale, drop the left knee to the mat. You can uncurl the toes or you can keep them tucked. Grab hold of your weights, bring them back. Shoulder height. Return to your cactus arms. So we want our tailbone to lengthen down towards our mat. So what we're trying to do is really get a little bit of a press in that front left hip flexor. And if you're in the right position, you should feel this in your body. You're rooting down into the right heel and at the same time energetically drawing that right hip back towards you. From your cactus arms, take your inhale. On the exhale, palms are towards each other. We're simply bringing elbows to touch or towards, and then open back up. So for a count of 10 total, so 9 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Weights return to neutral. Place them alongside your mat. Inhale, send your arms high. This time, shift your hips a little forward. Be mindful that we don't want the knee over the ankle. Bring a band into those elbows. Squeeze the tips of the shoulder blades together as you come into your back bend. Inhale, breathe into an open heart. On the exhale, neutral spine, hands to the mat, lengthen through your right leg. So half split here. Heart center reaches out over the thigh. Inhale, generous bend to the front knee, arms rise. Hands come to heart center, find length. And then a rotation towards the right. Keep your thumbs at the heart center, just a small twist here. And then release your twist. Bring your hands to the mat, tuck the back toes, and then come into crescent lunge. Take hold of your weights. And then from here, we're going to lean our body forward about a 45-degree angle. Weights are coming down in front of us. We're coming out with some shoulder work here. So inhale, arms come out to the side, palms are facing down. Exhale, back to center. So 9, 8, squeeze your inner thighs together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So modification or variation is to come down onto that knee. From here, release your weights. Step the right foot back after hands come to the mat. Shift forward, plank pose. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 push-ups or rest in down dog, your choice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a back bend or tuck toes from right to down dog. 2 belly rests. If you're feeling warm, sigh out the mouth. And then from here, if the heels on your down dog aren't touching the mat, I want you to walk your feet into the point of when they're flat. So we're going to come into a 3-legged dog, but we're going to be using our arms. Shift your heart center back toward your thighs. Your head is between your biceps. Take an inhale. And then on the exhale, right hand comes towards or onto the left ankle. You can peekaboo underneath the left armpit. Hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Obviously, you don't have to hold as long if it doesn't work for you. Shift heart center back again. Take your inhale, left hand towards right thigh. Peekaboo under the armpit. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes back to the mat. Walk those feet back to your usual down dog length if you walk them in. Shift that heart center back on the inhale. Left leg comes high. Come up onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Pausing here in your runner's lunge. Square your hips. Invite a release in your right hip flexor. So we're reaching through crown of head and through the back heel. This left arm is kind of hugged around the top of the thigh. If you have blocks or block substitutes, you can always bring them into play for these lunges. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to bring the right knee to the mat. Take hold of our weights, engage our core. Weights come to neutral, and then belong here in the spine. Tailbone reaches down. If you need something to pad under your knee, a small towel, feel free to take that. So what we're doing here is we're drawing the tailbone down. We're pressing the right hip flexor forward. We're pressing down into the left heel and drawing the thigh muscle back at the same time. It's just dynamic movement. Bring your arms out to the side, cactus arms. Take your inhale, exhale, elbows towards each other. That was 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Bring your hands down to the, bring your weights down to the mat. Inhale, let your arms rise. Shift those hips forward a little bit. Knee stays in line with your ankle. Find length in your spine. Inhale, and then draw those elbows out to the sides. Tips of shoulder blades squeeze towards each other. Open your heart center, back bend. Arms rise, inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, hands to the mat. Hamstring stretch, half split. Torso reaches out over the front thigh. Inhale, shift forward, bend to the knee, arms rise. Exhale, hands to the mat or onto your weights. Tuck those right toes. Lengthen the leg, knee lifts. Take hold of your weights. Bring them to neutral position. Engage your core. Come back to your crescent lunge. So your variations are to come down onto the knee or come to warrior one. From here, hands are going to come out in front of us. We lean forward. It's about a 45-degree angle. Bring our arms out to the sides. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Weights to the mat, hands to the mat. Left foot steps back, down dog, inhale. Exhale, plank or kneeling plank. Holding here for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 5 push-ups or rest in down dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your choice of a back bend or come to down dog with me. 2 deep belly breaths. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Bring your knees to the mat. Let your toes touch. Knees come wide to the sides of the mat. Hips to heels, forehead down. And let this be somewhat restorative here. If you want to grab a drink, feel free to do that as well. So to make your child pose restorative, you're going to bend at the elbows, find softness in the shoulders. Maybe roll your forehead side to side. Breathe into your back body. Really feel an expansion between the ribs, the intercostal muscles between the ribs. Notice the ebb and flow of the breath within your body. How does the body respond to the breath? We breathe every day, but we really don't bring our attention or mindfulness to what that is like in our body. So just working on being present in our moment. Take a deep inhale, fill up as much as you can, and sigh it out. One more, fill up, inhale, and sigh it out. On your next inhale, shift forward. We're going to come through tabletop, so draw our knees in. And then maybe walk your hands forward, one palm's length, preparing for your down dog. So toes will tuck on the inhale. Press your hips back first. So they call this crouching dog. This is really a nice activation here in the triceps, the arms, and then lift your hips up high. Bend knees, look forward, inhale, on top of the mat on the exhale. Flat back, inhale, and forward fold, exhale. Swan dive reverses, inhale, and then exhale, swan dive. Take hold of your weights, bring them to neutral position. Bend your knees, roll up gently through the spine. Find your mountain pose. Coming back to a bit of balance work. Shifting weight into the left foot, you're going to find your version of tree. So tree can be right heel, just resting at the left ankle, or right foot to the curve in the calf, or above the knee. So either you place it there with the strength of the leg, or you can grab hold of it and tuck it in. We just don't want it on the outside of the knee. So I tend to rest mine right on the calf. From here, we're going to be doing some bicep curls. So we're going to bring our weight so that our wrists, our palms are facing up. So we're going to inhale, lengthen. Our elbows are tucked right into the sides of our body. Exhale, draw the weights up. Think about really activating here the bicep muscles. So 9, 8, nice and tall, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Weights come to neutral. Knee comes forward. From here, we're going to bring our arms overhead. Arms will rise. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come back. Neutral position. Take your right leg and send it back to warrior 3. Now you can stay right here, or you can drop your weights down and pull them in. Tap your toe. Bring your knee high. Overhead, 9. Warrior 3. Stay here or lower. So you'll notice I'm taking this nice and slow, because this is a lot of balance work. 8. If you're faster, move at your own pace. If you fall out, don't worry. We're all doing the best that we can. 7. 6. 5. We got this. 4. 3. I'm wobbly. 2. So all this work is really building our ankle strength. Last one, and 1. So you might have noticed that I stopped lifting my front knee and just tapped the toe. Come to mountain pose. Shake that left leg out. If you find a variation like that that works for you, I want you to always feel free to take it. Bring the weights together here. You're holding them together, maybe with one hand. Mine are smaller, so they could be holding them sideways or lengthwise. On the inhale, come up onto the balls of the feet. On the exhale, come to your Hindi squat. So our heels will lift here, our inner thighs squeeze together. Let the weights come down by your sides, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, hips lift high. And then come into your flat back. Hands to the mat, plank pose. You know where we're going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 5 push-ups or down dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a back bend or come to down dog with me. 2 deep belly breaths here. Bend knees, look forward, inhale, top of the mat, anywhere you want to get there on the exhale. Take hold of your weights, neutral position, bend through your knees, round up through the spine. Engage your core to help support your back. So tree pose on the other side. Again, your options. Kickstand the heel, curve of the calf, or above your knee. So bringing our arms down, elbows plugged into the body, length here in the spine, lower inhale, bicep curl, exhale. 9, 8, use your drishti. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return the weights. Take your knee out in front of you and then just drop it down to the mat. Shake your feet out. Okay. So we're going to come into our more challenging balance here. So send our arms overhead. Engage your core. So the more we draw everything into our midline, the more helpful it is to our balance. So weight shifts into the right foot. Left knee lifts, foot is flexed. Overhead press. 1, arms come down, neutral position, warrior 3, or you can always come to warrior 1. Maybe drop the weights or just keep them at the shoulders. Okay, that was 10. This is my super wobbly side, so you will see that happening. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, almost done. 2, last one, 1. Bring the foot down, shake everything out. So if you're super wobbly, like I was, you're just having your core work all that much more to try to stabilize you. So it's actually helpful for the body to be a little unbalanced. Okay, bringing our hands back to our weights right at heart center. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Inhale, lower down, Hindi squat. Exhale. Pause here, nice tall spine. Deep breath in, complete breath out. Weights down to the mat, fingertips down, hips lift high. Inhale, flat back. Hands to the mat, plank, kneeling plank for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 push-ups anywhere you want to take them, or rest in down dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Choice of a back bend or come to down dog with me. 2 deep belly breaths. From here, we're going to walk our hands and feet towards each other, coming right near the middle of the mat, and then come through a squat, bring your buttocks down to the mat. Scoot yourself a bit forward so you have enough space. We're going to do a little bit of ab work. We won't need our weights for this. So gently roll yourself down. And then take your legs long. Lengthen the feet away from the hips. Make sure your spine is nice and straight. We're going to take our arms overhead on the inhale. On the exhale, we're swinging our arms around, sort of like how you make a snow angel. At the same time, we're drawing our knees in and then grabbing hold of our shin. You're lifting up through the shoulders and the head. Chin is tucked. Inhale, arms rise directly overhead, legs lengthen. Exhale, toes and fingertips meet in the middle. Okay, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, snow angel sweep with the arms, knees in. Arms directly overhead, legs come long on the exhale. Inhale, toes and fingertips reach. Exhale, hands directly overhead, legs come long. Do the best you can if it's a new move to you. So that was 2, so here we go, 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. You got this. 10. Nice job. Draw those knees in, wrap your arms to shins or hamstrings, rock it out side to side. Deep breath in and complete breath out. Bring your arms out by your sides like the top of a T. Come to stillness. Take your inhale. On your exhale, knees drop over to the right and head turns over to the left. Soften here through the body, the back body, oblique muscles. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. Engage your core. Inhale, knees head through center. Exhale, knees to the left. Head turns to the right. Soften with the breath. Engage your core, head, knees come to center. Wrap your arms around your shins. Draw your shoulders, head up towards your knees. Squeeze every muscle you can think of for 3, 2, and 1. And then release. Come into your final relaxation pose, your Shavasana. Traditionally, right foot to right corner, left to left. Arms by the sides, palms up. Space between upper arm and side body. Maybe walk your shoulders down a little bit towards your hips. Closing eyes. Allow your feet and knees to fall out softly to the sides. And then starting to bring your attention back to the room and some small movements into your body, wiggling fingers, toes, maybe rotating wrists and ankles. And then bring your arms overhead, full body stretch, and then draw each knee into your chest, Wrap your arms. You're going to roll over to one side. Push up with your arms and then come to seated position. We'll bring our palms together at heart center, sending love and kindness out into the world, and equally as important to ourselves. The light in me honors, respects, and deeply thanks the light in each one of you. Namaste.